Fridays presented by U.S. Bank. Our score is Sunset 28, Aloha nothing. And Curtis, I'm disappointed we had technical difficulties. So your roamings all over this PGE park, we could not pick up exactly what you were doing.
No, I couldn't get it on camera, but I can guarantee that, and I'm not making this up, there is a Sunset student down there who's wearing a purple bathrobe. That's what they came to the game in to show their school spirit.
He just showered, or?
I'm not sure. He did have clothes underneath the bathrobe, but
That's
he figured
a good thing.
When you go to Sunset, you need to wear purple to the game, so why not a purple bathrobe?
Sometimes you're out of clothes. I can remember those types of situations. Our score 28-0 Sunset. This is a game in which Aloha had a chance early on to get on the scoreboard and drove down to the Sunset 2-yard line, but the statistics and then the rest of the game all went the Sunset way. And look at the yards rushing. Again, controlling the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it's been a tough go for the Aloha Warriors rushing-wise, just 12 yards for the game, but yards passing. Who would have thought that Aloha would have more yards passing for the game, but they do. But of course, the total yards, because of such a difference in the rushing department, 220 for Sunset and 117 for Aloha. And of course, those big 3 turnovers on the Aloha side have not helped either, as Sunset leads 28-0 at halftime.
Sunset got on the board first. The quarterback for Sunset, Mike Muma, connected to Robbie Gregg from 15 yards out with 1:53 left in the first quarter, and it was 7-0 Sunset. Sunset uses a lot of different formations, a lot of different motion, changing the look of their plays so you can't get a real beat on it. This one here is a fake to Stewart, who's been eating up Aloha up the middle, and then just swing it out to the man who went in motion, Eric Fromhart. Fromhart scoring from 6 yards out with 11:12 left in the first half. It was 14-0. Well, Aloha so many times was forced to put their quarterback in motion. And Gordon Stutzman here running for his life, but watch him get drilled right there. Boom. That's Rob Sears who delivered the blow, and the ball is intercepted by the opposing quarterback. Number 5, Mike Muma, and Sunset once again had great field position. And then the Sunset ground game started to wear down Aloha, and the man who was doing most of the wearing, Andy Stewart, here goes in standing up. A 1-yard run with 7:32 left in the second quarter, and it was 21-0 Sunset. And then right before half, Michael Matsuda, number 32, and again, watch the line surge there by the offensive line. Centers and guards pushing defenders into the end zone. Matsuda makes it look easy from 2 yards out. Just 25 seconds left until the half there, and that made the score 28-0 Sunset, and we're starting to understand why the Apollos are 6-1. Aloha will kick off, and Sunset will receive. Back deep for the Apollos is number 20, Eric Fromhart. And we're going to take a short timeout before this kickoff, and we'll come back with second half after this.
You are watching AT&T Broadband, TV 26.
Welcome back to Trib Football Fridays, presented by U.S. Bank. All the best Portland Region High School football teams, head-to-head action, coming to you live from PGE Park. Brought to you by Les Schwab Tires and the Ringside. Tonight, the Sunset Apollos are clashing with the Aloha Warriors.
Jan Nakaruma, that's right, Jan Nakaruma will kick off for the Aloha Warriors. And back deep is Eric Fromhart, number 20.
It's a little different than Sunset's kicker, Smith.
Nakaruma, N-K-R-U-M-A-H. Needs to buy a vowel. And back at the 5-yard line is Fromhart, and Fromhart's going to be buried under. And back at the 17-yard line, looked like Sunset was going to try and do a reverse thought maybe Ben Miller was going to get the football because he went flying past Fromhart the other way.
Could have been a design play to start the half, but Sunset will not have real good field position to start this, and we'll see if what adjustments Aloha made at halftime to try to slow down the Sunset attack.
Mike Muma will come back in at quarterback for the Apollos. Ryan McLaughlin joins number 28, Andy Stewart, who's been the rushing star for Sunset. And here comes the double handoff. It's Fromhart taking it up the middle now, and Fromhart turns it upfield to the 27-yard line, close to a first down.
Good open field tackle by Josh Osaka, number 11 for Aloha, as Fromhart going full bore up the middle of the field, and Osaka taking him one-on-one.
And it was a gain of 10 yards on the play. Fromhart, the receiver, is carried 4 times for 24 yards.
There's the tackle by Osaka right there, number 11. Nice job right around the knees.
And here comes Stewart with the football, shedding tacklers as he goes. He shed 3, and now maybe another one. He gets to the midfield. Here comes a penalty flag late. Stewart is just shucking off tacklers like they're just simply bouncing off of him.
Well, he's listed at 5'11", 190, just a junior too. And he just carries along Aloha Warriors with him. He's done that all night long. Watch this as he breaks tackles through the middle, and then when Aloha finally does get a hand on him, he just drags him along for a few extra yards. That's number 7 going along for the ride, Race Raleigh.
5-yard face mask foul on the defense. First down.
And the 5-yard penalty move it to the 45-yard line. First and 10 at the Warrior 45. And it's inside to Stewart, and Stewart is brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 8 off the left side. Andy Stewart carried the ball in the first half, carried it 13 times for 54 yards. Now early in the third quarter, he's already got 85 yards on 15 carries. Over 6 yards a carry for Andy Stewart.
And what makes Stewart even more effective is Fromhart going in motion out of that backfield, and Aloha never really knows who's going to get the ball between the 3 of them in the backfield.
And here comes Stewart. Stewart is met. Aloha tries to get the football. I think they did. I think they got the football. And we'll see if the referees give it to him. That ball came out. Aloha stripped Stewart of the football. We'll just see if the referees caught on, and they did. Aloha gets the football. Nice job of standing up Andy Stewart and stripping it away.
Well, we've seen Andy Stewart just carry Aloha Warriors with him as he breaks through that line. This time, Aloha grabs onto the ball and strips it away from him as he goes down. So Aloha with the big turnover. Let's see if they can capitalize on that and close this lead.
Believe it was Philippi who came up with the football. Not sure, though. First and 10 for Aloha. And back to pass, Jordan Stutzman. Stutzman throws, got a man. It's Philippi. Philippi out across the 35. Gain of about 5 on the first play of the second half for the Warriors.
That's a nice throw from Stutzman because Andrew Chamberlain in great position that time, played great defense. The safety for Sunset, and Jordan Stutzman threw it right where he needed to, right out of the arms of Andrew Chamberlain.
Hey, get it done, Nate.
Second and 5.
Go, go,
And
go,
just a
go,
little
go.
swing pass out to Philippi. Philippi met by 4 Sunset Apollos. Nice gang tackling by the Apollos. It is a loss of 1 on the play.
Well, this play works a lot better when you have someone out in front of you to help you block, and unfortunately Philippi goes toward the sideline where none of his teammates are. You can see there's a lot of white jerseys there unblocked to get to Philippi in a hurry.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Aloha. Stutzman just swings it out, and it's going to be incomplete. 1 foot was in bounds, but It was Josh Jepson whose first foot landed out of bounds, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Jepson just didn't know where he was on the field. There you see him along the sideline. He looked down and thought, oops, I'm out of bounds.
Would have been good if he drug the back foot and then brought down the front foot, but it was just the opposite. It'll be 4th down and 6, and Aloha will kick it away. 9:20 left in the 3rd quarter. This is Kurt Taylor. And a penalty flag on the play. If it's against Sunset, it would be close to a 1st down. And it's against Aloha, so it'll be 4th and 10.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense remains 4th.
Ryan Thomas will snap it back to Kurt Taylor, waiting at his own 19-yard line. Mumma and Taylor back deep, and it's going to be Mumma at his 37-yard line. He tries to come to the right side. Penalty flag thrown into the pile, and Mumma's dropped right about in his tracks at his 38-yard line. And as usual, the penalties then almost always going to be against the receiving team, and Mumma, the quarterback, gets up limping.
Well, they call a clip on the receiving team, so that'll move Sunset back even further. Definitely don't want to see your starting quarterback hurt in a game like this when you're up 28 points. Mumma's going to stay in there. I'm sure we're going to see Andrew Swanson again later in this game.
I didn't get it. Clipping on the return team. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Sunset leading by 28 with 9:08 left in the 3rd quarter. Mumma will keep the football and throw long, and a man is out there. It's caught at the 40, 35, 30, and getting away is Fromhart, and he's going to score. 76 yards.
Well, who said that Mumma was hurt? He put that right in the right spot as Fromhart just had to run underneath it. That's exactly what he does, and Aloha secondary just can't catch up. A nice play by Sunset, and that puts him up 5 touchdowns now early here in the 3rd quarter. Well, we thought Mumma was hurt. He was limping on the play right before.
No, his leg was hurt, but his arm was fine.
Not his arm. He put it right in the right spot, so Fromhart can run right underneath it.
Gavin Smith attempts the extra point, and it is good. 8:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Sunset 35 and Aloha nothing. Sunset 35 and Aloha nothing. And here you see some of the crowd trying to get the attention of our camera people. Aloha will go back and receive the kick. It's number 5, Ty Looney with the football, and Looney's looking for help, and he's going to run out of room at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Well, the U.S. Bank 4A football tournament brackets are out. And it's kind of interesting because this win here by Sunset, well, it's sure to be a win, will cement them in the number 2 spot in the Metro, and that will fit them right in against the Southern team, Southern bracket Southern Conference number 3 team. And the winner of that game will probably play either the Mount Hood number 4 team or the Midwestern number 1 team. So anyway, kind of get a feel for where Sunset's going to be already in the tournament, just 8 weeks into the regular season. Back to pass. The ball is thrown long and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Nate Brown. On the coverage for Sunset was Mumon, number 5, and also number 2, Corey Green.
So the number 2 team from the Metro League, which appears to be Sunset, will play the number 3 from the Southern League. And we don't get a lot of chance in the Portland area to see the Southern League teams, but there's always some good teams down in Southern Oregon, Ashland and North Medford and Roseburg, Grants Pass, South Medford, all out of that Southern League. Always some good teams, and seems like a lot of those teams are always advancing late into the rounds of the state tournament.
Yeah, Grants Pass, Roseburg, and South Medford, I think the 3 top teams down in the Southern Conference. And yeah, they have had the tradition down there of the football powers. And here comes the handoff for Aloha. That is Lazarenko. And the running game for Aloha is non-existent. And the ball is going to be brought down at the ball carried down at the 16-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 14.
Well, I think the reason it's non-existent is because of Sunset speed. That time it's Cody Gunther who breaks through the line and is able to catch up with the Aloha backfield in a hurry. And Sunset, we've been saying it all night, they really have the snap count of Aloha timed perfectly. It looks like they're getting a running start right through the line.
Very small offensive line, too, for Aloha. Just a small team. Talk about that after this 3rd and 14. Well, it's going to be 3rd and 19 play. But for a 4A team, listen to the size of the front of the offensive line. 180 pounds, 240, 200, 210, and 260. But again, not a lot of size. 3 players right around 200 pounds.
False start, offense, still 3rd down.
Sounds more like my SAT scores the first few times I took that.
But it's not good when the announcers in the booth weigh more than your offensive line. See that?
You're not supposed to admit that.
I didn't say which announcers.
No.
It's 3rd and 19 for another penalty flag on the play. But again, just not a lot of size, and you can't really do much. The kids are small. And Aloha's doing what they can. They have a spread offense. They throw the ball around, try and take advantage of quickness.
Of course, when it's 3rd and nearly 30, that doesn't help either. Pinned up against your own end zone.
Prior to the snap, snap infraction, offense, 3rd.
3rd and 24 now. Jordan Stutzman, who has been very brave tonight, will go back into the shotgun formation. 3rd and 24, and Sunset's linemen are licking their chops here, thinking they might get 2 points out of this. And it's going to be, I'm afraid, a legal procedure again on Aloha.
That sure looked like it. It looked like they moved along that line. That'll push them back even further.
You heard the Aloha coaching staff, and they have to yell past the Sunset defense, say, on first sound. So now there's the snap count.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, still 3rd down.
Ball dropped back all the way back to the 3-yard line.
Well, Lowe's got to be careful here. Is Stutzman, he's going to take the snap in his own end zone, and the way Sunset's defense is playing, they need a quick play, quick pass.
And Stutzman will drop 7 yards back and throw over the middle, and it's off the headgear of Nate Brown, and Aloha will kick it away. 4th down, and that series didn't go real well.
That looks like a cartoon play. Hit him right in the side of the head. That's like Bugs Bunny throwing the ball to the Roadrunner or something. Watch this. We need one of those sound effects. The anvil falling on the coyote or something.
Oh, you can tell you've got children now.
That's all we needed was one of those sound effects right as it hit the helmet.
4th down, and Taylor will kick it away from Aloha. He stands dangerously close to the end line, gets a good snap, and gets the kick away. Muma calls a fair catch, and now it has it bounce, and it's going to go off an Aloha player at the 27-yard line. And that was a real knuckleball. Muma dangerously close to touching that one, but it all worked out all right for Sunset. They'll take over at the Aloha 27-yard line. 7:12 left in the 3rd quarter, 35-0 Sunset.
And you take a look at what we have on tap for next week, the PIL championship game. And as we've said most of the night, that appears that it will be Franklin against Lincoln, the winners of the 2 divisions in the Portland Interscholastic League. And we'll have that game for you next week right here at PGE Park live at 8 o'clock on Friday night, and then it'll replay Saturday, November 3rd at 9 in the morning and Saturday evening at 8 p.m. Now, the champion of that game, the PIL number 1, they're going to play the number 3 team out of this league, the Metro League.
Could be Glencoe. Could be Hillsborough needs a couple of wins still. Could be Beaverton, so not an easy draw. And here comes number 32. This is Matsuda. He already has 1 touchdown. He gets down close to the 10-yard line before he's rode out of bounds.
That's good speed that time by Aloha's number 81. Nakaruma, who eventually catches up to him. Looked for a while that Sunset may be able to score on that play.
Franklin is playing Roosevelt tonight. Roosevelt 1-4 in league and 1-6 overall. Lincoln, though, does have a pretty tough test against Jefferson, who's 3-2 in league and playing better and better as the year goes on. And Lincoln is 4-1 as the roll is by Swanson. Swanson still on his feet down to the 5-yard line. If Lincoln happens to lose tonight, Wilson will be the representative out of the Columbia, or excuse me, out of the Willamette division. Wilson won tonight earlier here at PGE Park and hammering the Grant Generals. There you see the replay of the sophomore quarterback, Andrew Swanson. It's 2nd and we'll call it 5 from just outside the 5. Swanson will keep the football and go into the end zone himself. Andrew Swanson scores from the 6-yard line, and it's 41-0.
That's a great fake to Ryan McLaughlin. I think Aloha thought that McLaughlin had the ball, and Swanson held on to it and went into the end zone untouched. And you see Aloha's cheerleaders, not much to cheer about tonight, as Sunset is into the end zone once again, and this will be a 7-touchdown lead now. Make it a 6-touchdown lead for the Apollos.
Ben Miller out of the hold of Ben Evans, and it is good. 6:05 left in the 3rd quarter. It's all Sunset. The Apollos 42 and Aloha nothing.
Kickoff return. Kickoff return.
42-0 our score. I guess we're so close to Halloween, we should explain in the opening that was our real faces. That wasn't masks that we were wearing. The kickoff by Gavin Smith, and it is fielded by number 12 for Aloha. That's Harold Carter, and Carter gets up to the 25-yard line before Matsuda brings him down. 1st and 10, 6 minutes left in the 3rd period. Well, tough situation for the Warriors. This is no fun when you have struggled throughout the year and you have not won it all year long, and now it's late in the 3rd quarter and you're trailing again by a large margin. It's hard enough just to be able to keep your thoughts together and just to continue out there fighting. But again, these Warriors want to go out at least fighting to the bitter end. A lot of credit to them for doing that. 1st and 10 at the 25. And here comes a handoff to, I believe that was Kurt Taylor, number 32, and it was. Taylor gets up across the 30 to the 32.
Well, the tough part about a game like this for Aloha is you think, well, it's going to be tough to come back in this one. Let's start thinking about next week. Well, look who's on the schedule next week for Aloha. The Crusaders from Jesuit. The top team in the league and one of the top teams in the state. So things do not get any easier for these Warriors.
And here comes Taylor off the right side again, and Taylor gets up to the 40-yard line. And it's a 1st down. 2 carries by Taylor and a 1st down.
Nice job by Kurt Taylor. Gives this offense a little life. His 1st carries of the night. And in 2 of those, he's got the 1st down and earned some applause from his coaching staff along the sidelines. They're excited to see what Kurt Taylor can do. He's a junior.
Lots of new faces on the defensive front for Sunset as penalty flags fly. Jeff Moore is in, number 70, along Zach Mashofsky, number 62.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, still 1st down.
Tim Harrison also on the defensive line, number 55. First and 15 for the Warriors. Kurt Taylor with the football, gets away from one man and gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 11 on the carry, 2nd down and 4.
Well, you gotta like how Kurt Taylor runs. That time he just leaps right over Woody Ryback, who was trying to tackle him, number 8 right there. He just hops right over him with a hurdle move.
Kurt Taylor, just a junior. The quarterback, Jordan Stutzman, just a junior as well. And Taylor with the football as he tries to get to the 1st down marker. He needed across the 50-yard line, just across. And it looks like they're going to give it to him as he got almost to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good spot. That's definitely a 1st down, and the referee indicates that, so they're not even going to measure it, and the drive continues for Aloha. Let's see if they can punch one into the end zone here behind the legs of Kurt Taylor, who has come in and given them some good offense.
Aloha going to a real tight formation. Haven't seen that much tonight. And Taylor gets spun around and dropped right about the line of scrimmage.
That time it's number 62, Zach Mashofsky, in there on the stop and just spins Kurt Taylor around. So that's the 1st time Taylor hasn't been able to get real good yardage coming out of that backfield. Mashofsky meets him head on.
Sunset makes a few changes defensively as Aloha comes up 2nd down and 10. Stutzman still got the football, and down he goes. Slipped on the turf back at his own 41-yard line. It will be a loss of 10. A lot of pressure there by Sunset's number 22, Tyler White.
Yeah, and it may be a blessing that he did fall down. He was going to try to throw that across his body right back toward the line of scrimmage where there were plenty of Sunset Apollos waiting for it. So Aloha may have avoided an interception there, and they'll take their lumps with 3rd and 20 now.
Punt team. Punt team. Back up. Back up, everybody else.
Stutzman throws, and it's incomplete. Nick Wilhelm, the intended receiver, and Lowe will kick it away. 4th down and 20.
Well, they had the right idea there as Stutzman rolled to his right and did have a receiver there. Receiver unable to hold on to the ball, and 3rd and 20. Got to get some big yardage on that play for sure, and now Lowe's going to have to kick it away once again.
Once again, Taylor, but Mumoff and Andy Stewart will wait back for Beaverton. And it's going to be the quarterback, Mumoff, fair catch, and knocks it out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So a fumble punt, but it is out of bounds. And Sunset will start 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 2:37 left in the 3rd quarter. Sunset leading 42-0.
It looks like Mumoff's going to come all the way off the field, so we'll see Andrew Swanson again at the helm for the Apollos. Has number 19 in there. Andrew Swanson, just a sophomore, so what great experience this gives him, getting some varsity snaps as just a sophomore in a Metro League game.
Stewart moved in at fullback for Sunset, and we have penalty flags as Tyler White in at the halfback spot for Sunset. Penalty flag looks like this time will go against Sunset. Well, check that, it's against Oloa, so 1st and 5.
Sunset thought it was against them as they started to go backward.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense, remains 1st down.
It was Aloha who moved first, so Sunset gets some extra yardage out of that. It'll be 1st and 5.
Bill Rawling, our referee tonight. And Tyler White with the football shakes a tackler in his own right and gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd and 2. Play comes in from the sidelines for Andrew Swanson, who has scored a touchdown in the last touchdown for Sunset from 6 yards out. 6:05 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd string unit in for Beaverton, and it's going to be Swanson carrying the football. Swanson's got the 1st down. He got up to the 48-yard line before getting it thrown back. And at the 48-yard line, making the tackle was Adam Boyd.
Well, Sunset just getting their yardage a little bit at a time, enough to move the chains, and that'll keep the clock running. That's probably a good thing for both teams, as Aloha's been out on the field for quite a while. They probably don't mind that clock running.
I guess I should make a correction. That's the 2nd string, 2nd and 3rd string for Sunset, not the 2nd and 3rd string for Beaverton out there. And here comes the end around with the football is Matsuda, and Matsuda is dropped at the line of scrimmage right at the 48-yard line.
Nice job by Aloha that time, read it perfectly, and give their defense credit. They've had to be out there. They've had to be out there quite a while, but still playing hard for Coach Rob Castile. He's got to be pleased with the effort from his team, just being outsized along that line.
Philippi and Boyd making the play for Aloha. 2nd down and 9. From here on out, you would guess the ball's just going to be on the ground. And with the football for Sunset, this is number 22 with his 2nd carry. That is Tyler White. White's a junior, 6'1", 175 pounds. White gets down to the Aloha 46-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 5.
Nice tackle that time by number 12 of Aloha. That's Harold Carter. We've seen him most of the time on kickoff returns. Here we get a good look at him on defense. There's the tackle he makes right around the shoulder pads.
And well, there's the ball in the air. Swanson is going to drop back, and now he's going to run. He's got the 1st down across the 35, across the 30, and out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Swanson just tucked it under and got the 1st down.
Smart move by Swanson. Didn't see anybody open downfield. I think that was a pass play to start. That wasn't a designed sneak play, but he just doesn't find anybody open and tucks it in and is going to run himself. There you see him take off toward the right sideline, and all Aloha can do is shove him out of bounds here along the sideline, right about at the 35-yard line.
It's over.
So we'll get one more play in before the end of this quarter as Sunset splits two receivers to the top of the screen.
Swanson rolls to his left, throws into the end zone. This one's going to be intercepted right about the goal line. And coming out to the 2-yard line for Aloha is number 22, Eric Brandon. And that will do it for the third quarter. Quarter of a mile to run from PGE Park. Sunset 42 and Aloha nothing. We'll be back with the final 12 minutes of football right after this. Sunset leading 42 to nothing. They have scored 6 touchdowns in the game and started off. Aloha marched down the field, got down to the Sunset 2-yard line, but that was pretty much it for the Warriors tonight. Sunset has taken it from there. They scored 1 for the minute 53 left in the first quarter, led 7 to nothing, and have never looked back. Here's the handoff, and going nowhere with the football is Eric Brandon, or excuse me, not Brandon, Kurt Taylor, number 32. Taylor maybe got a yard. Well, mark it right at the 3, so no gain, really, 2nd and 10.
That was Zach Mashofsky in on the stop again. He was trying to drag Taylor back into the end zone for a safety and nearly did it. The spot is at the 3 because that's where he went on the forward progress, but really Taylor was tackled right near the goal line.
And back to pass is the quarterback Stutzman. He throws, got a man, caught the 40, 45. It's a foot race. It's number 23. It's Nate Brown. 97 yards. Touchdown, Aloha.
And what a big boost for the Aloha sideline. Look at them, they're up and excited. The cheerleaders are cheering. Aloha is on the scoreboard, and that's a great pass by Jordan Stutzman. As we've seen Sunset doing that most of the night, they bring the linebackers up in a blitz. Jordan Stutzman reads it perfectly and finds Nate Brown right over the middle with a little dump pass, and Nate Brown does the rest. 97 yards for the touchdown, and Aloha is on the board.
Extra point attempt coming for Nakaruma. His extra point is up, and it is good. 11-11 left in the fourth quarter. Aloha's on the board. Sunset 42 and Aloha 7. Well, Curtis, I don't have the Aloha record books. Wouldn't be surprised we just saw a record right there, a 97-yard touchdown pass.
We may have seen the longest pass play in Aloha school history for the Warriors. Who knows, maybe next week we'll see one of the longest pass plays in PIL school history, because next week we'll have the PIL championship game. That'll be brought to you live right here on Portland Trib Football Fridays.
Nate Brown off to a great evening, off to a great start early on, and that touchdown reception, 182 yards receiving for Nate Brown. Here you are, Curtis, PIL championship.
Just what we were talking about. We'll have most likely Franklin and Lincoln. Can't confirm that yet. We don't know how those two teams are doing at the time of this broadcast, but it looks to be Franklin and Lincoln, the winners of those two divisions in the PIL, will play each other, and we'll have it for you next Friday night.
Most likely Franklin and either Lincoln, possibly Wilson as well. Nakaruma, I like that name. Ya Nakaruma, 5'7", 150-pounder. We'll put in play for Aloha. Do they try the onside kick here with 11:11 left? No, Nakaruma kicks it deep. And back deep is Fromhart. He is dangerous back there. Fromhart held inside the 30-yard line to the 28.
And Swanson back in as the quarterback. He'll probably finish out this game as the quarterback for the Apollos. And you would think the Apollos will probably just keep this one on the ground, keep the clock moving. We thought that the last time, though, and Swanson put it in the air and had it intercepted right at the goal line. Shows how much we know.
In the backfield for Sunset, Tyler White and Ryan McLaughlin. White wearing 22, McLaughlin wearing 40. And this is number 22 with the football. That is Tyler White. And White gets across the 35 to the 36. Gain of 8.
Well, you're getting a good look at the depth that Sunset has from that running back position. We've seen mostly Fromhart out of the backfield. We've seen a lot of Andy Stewart. We've seen some of Michael Matsuda. Now you get a good look at Tyler White, who is just a junior as well. A lot of juniors on this Sunset team.
Second and 2, and there is Tyler White. He is met right about the first down stakes. Coming up with the play was Adam Boyd, number 40. Needed to get to the 43, and that's about where they'll mark it.
Now this is going to be close. I think they're going to have to bring the measuring sticks on for this one, are they? The referee is pointing first down. Maybe not.
Lots of new linemen as well. Joe Mortier into the game, number 51. Eric Williams, number 58. Mark Eggleston, he's played a lot for Sunset, number 72. Daniel McDuffie, number 76. Justin Lauer, number 78 for Sunset. And tight end is Cody Gunther. We have a timeout, Sunset. A little bit of confusion for the Apollos with a lot of different personnel. 9:52 left in the third quarter. Sunset 42 and Aloha 7. Mr. Johnston giving us our halftime statistics, and as you can see, these are just through end of the third quarter. It does not include the Aloha touchdown pass, but ringside also presenting our statistics. And again, control of the line of scrimmage. You can rush for over 200 yards, and you're going to pretty much guarantee victory, no matter how the rest of the stats
Well,
look.
especially if the team you're playing against has just 27 yards rushing net for the game, 243 to 27. Look at the difference there, 216 yards. That means Sunset has run up and down this field more than twice, 2 full football lengths more than the Aloha Warriors have.
And you'll look at total yards at 137 yards for Aloha, and they got almost that in one play here in the fourth quarter, a 97-yard touchdown pass. And the run by Sunset, number 12 with the football, got up to across the 35 to 38-yard line.
Well, it's always fun. We usually get one of these every game. Number 12 is not listed on our roster. And on these times, I always like to listen for the PGE Park public address announcer. Usually he has to kind of bail out too. Number 12 on the carry. We don't have a name for number 12. So if the family of number 12 is watching live, give us a call really quick. Get your son's name on there.
Swanson is going to try to roll out and pass for the first down, but he gets run out of bounds at the 43-yard line on second down and 10. It's a gain up to the 43, so it will be third down and about 6 yards. This is Swanson on the roll.
And Swanson really with no intention of passing that ball at all, just trying to get upfield, and it's knocked out of bounds.
And here comes the option play, and it's White with the football. White is met. Nice open field tackle by Eric Brandon, number 22. Tyler White got right to the 45-yard line. It will be 4th down.
Nice stand that time by Aloha's defense as they force a punt from Sunset. And it's Eric Brandon who makes the stop here, the junior, with a great open field tackle. 22 against 22 that time.
Philippi waits and will get away from the football, and it will be down by Sunset at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, 42-7, Sunset over Aloha. You know, one of the things, I don't know, can we get a picture of Sid? I would like a picture of Sid. I don't know if we could do that. Some of you come to PGE Park might wonder what exactly is that gentleman doing out on the field. There, that's Sid. You know what? He's part of our group. And what Sid does is when we have a commercial timeout, Sid walks out onto the field like that, and then he comes out and he holds the flag out, and they don't start play until this man, the most powerful man in high school football, gets off the field. Stutzman has got the football. He's going to throw. Sid says it's all right to play. They throw it down to Nate Brown again and makes another catch. Nate Brown's having quite a night. A 42-yard reception. It's down to the Sunset 30-yard line. Nate Brown is over 200 yards receiving.
Well, I think the Sunset secondary was too busy looking at Sid. They couldn't find the ball at all, and down the field it goes. So a great play from Aloha. Little trickery, shovel pass, a lateral, and a great catch by Nate Brown. And number 8 on the coverage for Sunset never could really find the ball. That's Woody Ryback.
And Aloha will keep it on the ground. Number 21 is Jimmy Alexander for the Warriors. And Alexander gets close to the 25-yard line. One more thing about Sid and his flag. We want to apologize to the plane to Albuquerque that he waved in last week. Again, to apologize to you folks. We'll try to get you some free peanuts and stuff anyway, apologize for that. 2nd down and 7, ball at the 25. 7:30 left of the ball game. Stutzman's going to throw. Look out, Jordan. He's on the run again. He'll just keep the football. Got a lot of open space. 15-10 and run out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Whoops. Right over the Fred Meyer sign. Still got enough left to be able to make that hurdle.
That really shows the speed that Jordan Stutzman has, as he was flushed out of the pocket there by Sunset's defense. And look what he makes out of this. Right to the left sideline, just tucks it in, and watch him really turn on the afterburners here. Nice job by Jordan Stutzman.
Took it all the way down to the 5-yard line before he was run out of bounds. One-stop hurdle. And here's the handoff right to the 5, and Sunset will have nothing of this. On the tackle for the Apollos, Tim Harrison, number 55, and a host of others. Right at the 5-yard line. 7 minutes left in the game. Aloha looking to punch in another score here, trailing 42-7. I've been impressed with Jordan Stutzman. It's no fun and it's not easy being a quarterback when first thing you do is catch the football and then run as fast as you can to the sideline.
No, that's not an easy task, and he's done a great job tonight.
And Stutzman's got the football, and he's going to tuck it under this time. He's going to try to get to the pylon. He's really close across the way, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the half-yard line.
Got to be careful, though, as Stutzman just reached out with the ball. That's a good opportunity for Sunset to swipe it away. Watch him. This almost looks like our AT&T blimp cam way up here. But watch as Stutzman's going to stretch out the ball. Got to be careful when you do that. The ball can get knocked out pretty easily.
3rd and goal at the half-yard line for the Warriors. Stutzman now all by himself in the backfield, and here he comes on the quarterback draw, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aloha.
Well, Aloha spread it out along the offensive line there, and That provided lots of gaps for Stutzman to run through, and Stutzman into the end zone. Aloha, 2 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter. And you can hear the Aloha crowd. They definitely are not leaving early, still supporting their team.
Josh Jepson will hold for Ya Nakaruma. Nakaruma booms it through. 6:29 left in the ball game. Aloha has scored again. Now Sunset 42 and Aloha 14. A Stutzman 1-yard run has closed the gap to 42-14, and Aloha now with 6:29 left will send out their kickoff team. Surprised to see an onside kick here. What the heck? Open it up. And that looks like, yeah, Nakaruma looks like he's turning the ball a little sideways there. Might have the onside kick. Sunset's playing it like a normal kickoff. The time might be right. And he kicked it away. Nakaruma trying to kick it toward the sideline. That's a live football, but it does go out of bounds as Tyler White just let it go out of bounds. It will be first down at the 35-yard line for the Apollos. Well, we have had a good run, and we're not quite done yet. We've got one more week of football here on Portland Trib Football Fridays, presented by U.S. Bank. And next week it is championship week, PIL championship. The champion from the Columbia division meets the champion of the Willamette division in a fight for the #1 seed. PIL championship live from PGE Park, Friday, November 2nd, 8 p.m. Replay Saturday, November 3rd at 9 a.m. and at 8 p.m. right here, AT&T. Channel 26. Swanson back to pass for Sunset. Throw, just a little flare, and it's incomplete. Tyler White with the intent of the receiver.
Well, we've seen that quite a few times tonight on both sides of the ball, with receivers, I think, looking ahead a little bit before they actually catch the ball and seeing the opposing players coming at them. Can't quite hang on. And you see another look at it as number 22 for Sunset. That's Tyler White. Probably saw a lot of the whites of his eyes here because he knew he had a lot of field coming up. Couldn't quite hang on.
2nd and 10. Swanson just had a man come off the sidelines, Derek Williams. That should be a penalty. He should have to go to the huddle. Swanson goes back, throws the football. It's incomplete. He did come off the sidelines, didn't he, Curtis?
Looked to me like he came right off the sidelines and into the play. And you're right, Kevin. The referees must have missed it. You got to come to the huddle first, then you can join the play.
No harm, no foul. 3rd and 10 for Sunset. Pass goes Swanson, throws over the middle. It's caught right at the midfield stripe. It's Tyler White, and that's where he needed to get for the first down. And see where the spot is at. And yeah, they will mark it right at the Viking at the 50-yard line, and that will be good enough for a first down.
Nice play call by Sunset's offensive coordinator. Gets it right in between the linebackers. And Tyler White able to haul it in right at the first down mark. So the drive continues for the Apollos.
Swanson still got the football, and he keeps the ball, gets away from one man with a straight arm, and he's into the secondary, across the 40-yard line, and out of bounds all the way over at the Sunset bench. And it will be close to, oh no, it will be a first down. It's a gain of almost 15 on the play.
Good speed that time by Swanson as he got out to the right side and got the first down plus about 4 extra ones. The stiff arm helped him out along the way.
Andrew Swanson, pretty good little runner for Sunset. He's rushed 10 times for 80 yards. And it's a handoff to number 12. It's that mystery man.
We'll have to listen for the PA announcer if they catch his name. So you don't hear anything, it's silent. PA announcer, he's perplexed.
Well, he called him the ball carrier. So the ball carrier down to the 33-yard line, second down and 3.
I'd like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Ball Carrier. A nice game by your son tonight. I know you're proud. He's getting some action in the varsity game tonight, so be happy times at the Ball Carrier home this evening.
3. Oh, here comes White with the football, and White getting close to the 30-yard line. And it will be just, well, they're going to mark it down at the 30-yard line and bring the chains in with 5:05 left in the game. Well, no, let's just say close enough. First down.
The referees, yeah, they're motioning to get this clock moving.
Outcome no longer in doubt. Sunset 42 and a low of 14. I'm about ready to pull out my helmet knowledge as Swanson carries the football. Swanson inside the 20, inside the 15. Swanson, the backup quarterback, is over 100 yards rushing the football. And he's down close to the 5-yard line, a gain of 24.
This is a design play right off the right tackle, and he makes the most of it. Watch right here, no intention of handing this ball off, just runs right off the tackle. And look at how Aloha bites on that one. A bunch of players right in the middle of the offensive line there.
They'll mark it at the 7, so it's a gain of 23. He's still over 100 yards. 103 yards for Andrew Swanson. Well, 4:41 left in the ball game. Curtis, did you know that there are, how many do you think helmet makers there are in the world?
Well,
how many people make helmets?
Let's see. Lego and...
No, wrong. Wrong. No,
they might know.
There's 3. You should ask them. That'd be a good thing. Riddell makes helmets. Shutt makes helmets. And then the new kids on the block, Bike, makes helmets. And you might see them. You see them in a college game or a pro game and high school game as well. They're the ones. Bike helmets are the ones with the holes in their helmets. I don't see a Bike helmet actually out here tonight, but.
And you're talking the company that actually produces the helmets.
Correct. They produce the helmet, and there you see there's a couple of Riddell helmets, and the Bike helmet is a new helmet. It's a lightweight helmet. It's lighter than the Riddell or the Shutt helmet. One of the reasons I bring this up is we had a game Barlow and Gresham, and several of the Barlow players were wearing Bike helmets, and I believe 3, possibly 4 of them cracked, and during the game. And so anyway, so you see one with the holes in it. That's the lightweight helmet. But again, a little bit of a problem with it. One of the games that we did.
So that's the new technology in a helmet with the holes in the top of it, lighter weight.
Right.
The most important thing is the safety of players. You definitely don't want helmets cracking in the middle of a game.
What I understand, Monday morning, there were Terry Summerfield got rid of all the Bike helmets and said that's it.
Well, with good reason. If they're cracking during a game, that could be serious injuries. You definitely don't want helmets that are at all breakable.
Yeah, I didn't know that there were only 3 though. I just never guess it really occurred to me. For the longest time, there was only 2 that made it, just Riddell and Shutt.
Well, I figured it'd be Schwinn and Huffy. I guess Bike helmets don't count.
second down, and it's McLaughlin with the football and into the end zone. Sunset has scored again with 3:52 to go in the ball game. A 4-yard run. This one by Ryan McLaughlin, 5'10", 190-pound senior from 4 yards out.
Really not much Aloha can do on that, as they're just getting worn down by this bigger and faster Sunset team. This time it's McLaughlin, and we're getting a good look at the depth. We mentioned it once before, and Ryan McLaughlin, not even a player we mentioned out of the backfield, a 5'10", 190-pound senior. So he gets a touchdown this evening as well.
New kicker, Rob Sears, and Rob Sears' kick is up, and it is no good. 3:52 left in the game, 48-14 Sunset over the Aloha Warriors. Next week, it's Championship Friday right here. Again, the PIL Championship will be decided on AT&T Channel 26, Portland Trib Football Fridays, presented by U.S. Bank, live from PGE Park. Friday, November 2nd, 8 p.m., the normal start time. And possibility of 4 teams still in the race for that game. But again, we anticipate Franklin coming out of the Columbia division, and then out of the Willamette division, either Lincoln or Wilson. Wilson has won tonight already. If Lincoln wins, they're in. If Lincoln loses to Jefferson, a very, very good team in the PIL, then it will be Wilson that will represent the Willamette division. Oh no, those girls having to do push-ups for every point. Oh my God.
48 of them now.
You know, they look like they're a little worse for wear. Some of them are exhausted. Get them some 180. Yeah. Get some 180 out on the field.
My PE teacher never let me get away with that, putting the knees down for the push-ups.
But I did notice the Sunset girls had some big arms on them. Wow. Kickoff for Sunset, and it is punched down and fielded number 12 again. That's Harold Carter. Carter brings it up the sideline and spins down across the 40 at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Aloha, and one more time, here comes the pass and catch team of Jordan Stutzman and number 23, Nate Brown.
See if they can pull that off one more time, because you know the Sunset's going to bring their linebackers forward. They've been doing that all night long, blitzing the linebackers, and Stutzman and Brown have been able to combine for a couple of big plays here late in the game.
Jordan Stutzman thrown for over 250 yards. And he drops back for the 28th time tonight to throw the football. And he throws, it's going to be incomplete. Stutzman ends up right next to the Fletcher's sausage sign here. They make more sausage though, don't they? Just watch Jordan Stutzman, man, I'm telling you.
He almost ran right into Sid's flag.
Yeah, he really got rocked here. Look out, Jordan. Sid, watch out. Holy cow. Got to keep active on the sideline, Sid. Does he have a National Enquirer down there? Is that what he's reading? 2nd and 10. Stutzman will pitch, and it will be number 32, Kurt Taylor. Taylor dropped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. I said Stutzman went back to pass for the 28th time. Actually, he's gone back to pass a lot more than that. He has thrown the ball 28 times for just over 250 yards for Aloha. Again, Jordan Stutzman showing character, showing heart, and also along with a lot of his teammates as well, as showing you know, that when the chips are down, I'm still going to give him a best shot.
There haven't been too many times tonight where he simply dropped back to pass. Usually he's scrambling and has to get out of the pocket.
Stutzman is back to pass and throws, looking for Nate Brown. It's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted across the Beaverton bench there. Sliding in as Derek Williams, number 23. It will be 4th down with 2:47 left in the game. Warriors will kick it away. And back deep for Sunset once again, Andy Stewart and Mike Muma. Taylor kicks it away, and Stewart will try to run it back from his own 27-yard line. Andy Stewart is drilled at the 47-yard line. Nice return, though, by Mr. Andy Stewart, a gain of 20 on the return.
And he's met head-on that time by Dan McEachran of Aloha, who makes the tackle. There's the Aloha cheerleaders.
Yeah, effort and desire doesn't just pertain between the lines
That's
as well.
True.
They are enjoying themselves. 48-14, Sunset leading by large margin with 2:33 left, and another quarterback in there, Ray Crick, number 10 for Sunset. And Crick hands off to Mr. Ball Carrier, and Ball Carrier across the 50 to the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier's giving them a spark here late in the fourth quarter.
And brought to the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
We'll have to look for his stats in the
There he is.
in the newspaper tomorrow morning. It'll say ball carrier, number of carries, and his total yardage.
He's got 15 yards on 3 carriers for Mr. Ball Carrier. And slipping, but getting away is Crick. And Crick is brought down across the 41-yard line. He's got enough for a first down. Ray Crick, 5'9", 170-pound junior. Looks like Crick took one across the face mask here.
Well, he just lowered his shoulder and barreled right into these players right there. 22 for Aloha took the brunt of it. That's Eric Brandon. But it is enough for the first down.
Just short of the 40-yard line. 1.5 minutes left in the game. Sunset will go to 7-1 with a trip to Century next week to complete their regular season. Century 1-5 on the year, 2-5 overall. Ray Crick is going to go back to pass the football, slips away from one man, and carries it to the 40-yard line, right about the line of scrimmage.
Well, Ray Crick does not run like a quarterback. Is not interested in sliding forward or getting out of bounds. He just lowers the shoulder and barrels right into those players. You'll see it here too as he escapes one tackler, spins away from him, and then when he actually runs forward, watch how he meets the opposing tackler. Hello, my name is Ray Crick. Nice to meet you. Just barreled right over number 7 of Aloha there, Race Raleigh.
And here comes number 23, Derek Williams, and Williams is brought down by Ya Nakaruma. School of Hard Nakarumas. I apologize. 3rd down. 3rd down and 8, 16 seconds left in the game. And it looks like Sunset will say that's fine. We'll take that. And the clock down to 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, got a lesson on controlling the line of scrimmage. When you control the line of scrimmage offensive and defensively, and despite the efforts of Stutzman and Brown of Aloha, Sunset was much too much for Aloha. 48-14, our final score.
Well, I think that's just what it came down to, too, is just a little too much size, a little too much speed on the part of the Sunset Apollos. And they just overpower the Aloha Warriors. And Aloha, give them credit, did not quit and managed to put 14 points on the board in the fourth quarter. But they dropped to 0-8 and will face a very tough challenge in their last game of the year when they must play league champion Jesuit.
All right, next week, PIL Championship right here from PGE Park. Again, you can watch that game at 8 p.m. next Friday as the champions from the Columbia and the Willamette Division meet to decide the champion of the PIL. So for my partner, Curtis Long, for my statistician, Scott Johnston, for all the great AT&T staff, all the cameramen, Sid with the flag, and everybody else here that has brought this game to you. Oh, Matt, the computer guy, as well, sitting out in the white van. We say so long from PGE Park. Our final score once again, Sunset 48 and Aloha 14.